Welcome to video 185 in series 3, and now I'll go over NPC dynamic factions. With a bit of work, NPCs can become a lot more interesting and have dynamic factions. So at the moment, you have to go ahead and set your NPC up and say who is its enemy, friendly, and set all the tags and layers, etc. And then that just stays fixed as you play. So what if you wanted that to be able to change, events happen that turn maybe an ally into an enemy or an enemy into an ally? Well, with the next 10 videos, we'll implement code that will allow us to do that. Now, it will be fairly more complicated stuff than usual, but anyway, you'll see it as we go forward. So this is the project as it is. Let me show you the project with that implemented. Okay, so now in this version of the project, it's implemented. I've got the dynamic faction business going on, and there's a couple of new scripts and changes to existing scripts. Now what happens is this sort of stuff, like the layers and whatever, will be set automatically. I have a game manager, and on it is a script called the NPC Relations Master, and there I set the NPC relations. So all I have to do is type in the NPC faction, each one of them. I've said there's 4 factions, and the first one is the player, and what is their relationship with the other ones. So then I have to set that. So 100 means really good, and I have here a threshold, so 40 and above is friendly, below 40 is enemy. And that's what I've done. And so I don't need to set the tags, I don't need to set the layers, and then I just do that for each of the factions, type in how they are related to the other faction. And what will happen then is, based off the tag typed in here, that will be applied to the NPC who has that tag automatically. You don't have to go in here and set any of this. This is just a legacy sort of stuff. So for example, I just set that site layers to nothing and the my enemy layers to nothing, and just get rid of this as well. You'll see that when I start the game, it will get automatically populated, which is really good. Now here's the dynamic factions business. Well, just a table showing everyone's relationship to one another. Let me just maximize that so you can see it a bit better. There we go. So there's the player with the player faction over there, 100 with the friendly faction, 100. Now, what I've done is this hut here is very precious to the friendlies. So whoever destroys it is going to make them very, very unhappy. So let me demonstrate that to you. So at the moment, these guys are my allies. Now, if I go ahead and blow the hut up, oops, well, I didn't even get some time to think about it, but there you go. So the friendly status dropped. Our faction level with the friendlies dropped immediately, and you can see in theirs the player has dropped to 30 from 100. So immediately they considered that a hostile action, and they changed from friendlies to enemies, and they also stopped following the player straight away. So they go and do their own thing. Okay. And I guess I can also show you that if you shoot a faction, then their rating starts to change with you. So for example, in the distance over there is, let me maximize this again, one moment. Okay, in the distance over there are the evil maxes, and you can see that we're 25 with them. So now if I go ahead and start shooting away, alright, there, you can see that the evil max has dropped, and our relationship with them has fallen, which is, well, makes absolute sense. Now, there was something else I wanted to show you as well. The hut, I've set it to apply a chain relationship effect, so I can basically turn my allies into enemies and turn the enemies into my ally because of destroying that object there. So by destroying it, I'm saying to them that I'm no longer your enemy, and that's it. They're now my ally, and my former allies are now enemies. Alright, so let's go and see how that works. So if I go up to the evil maxes, oops, all the golems are gone. If I go up to the evil maxes, well, they don't consider me a hostile threat anymore because I went and destroyed the friendly faction's hut, which was important to them. Alright, so that's dynamic factions, and we should just get into it and start working away. There is something I wanted to tell you. If you've upgraded to Unity 5.5 like I have, then you might just need to do like assets, import package, particle systems, just to update all of the particle system scripts to their latest state, and you'll remove any warning messages that you might be getting. Alright, so anyway, let's keep going, and I'll see you in the next video.